Ready for the coolest and most unique DIY school supplies that you've never seen before? I bet you are, so check out these 12 amazing ideas.
Do you have lipstick?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, me neither. Wait. Try this.
Hey loves, school is almost here, and this year I want you to have the coolest and most amazing school supplies ever. So get excited, it's time to roll up the sleeves and let's do this. Are you ready for an absolutely magical DIY? We're making an amazing bleach marker. How cool, right? This magical marker works like an eraser for any kind of felt tip pens and allows to make the most beautiful doodles, headings and drawings. Never before was school so much fun. To make this epic marker, begin by pouring some bleach into a bowl. Now grab any marker of your choice. I'm using a blue one, but this thing works with all the markers in the world. Pull the felt tip out and throw it in the bleach. Do the same with the ink tube. Take it out and in it goes into the bleach. You'll notice that the blue color disappears eventually. To speed up this process, you can even squeeze the ink tube a few times to help release the ink into the bleach. Be sure to always wear gloves when doing this. Bleach is a pretty harsh chemical, so it's better to not get it on your skin. When your ink tube and felt tip are completely white, you can take them out and assemble your magical marker. Place the tip inside the smaller front opening like this and pop the ink tube inside the larger one. Secure it with a cap and we're ready to make the most magical doodles and drawings in the world. This is just so amazing and mesmerizing. I find it so cool that we've created such an epic magic pen out of the usual marker and some bleach. You can sacrifice a marker color that you don't usually use much and make something as amazing out of it. For me that's gray and brown. I don't know, I just never gravitate towards these marker colors. Anyhow, this DIY seriously makes taking notes one of my favorite things to do. It is simply genius. To keep our desks tidy and organized, we need some pen holders. But we ain't settling for just any pen holders. We need unique, cute and epic ones, right? Easy peasy, I'll show you how to make these amazing stress ball pencil holders. They will keep your desk neat and pretty, plus they take no more than a minute to make. Grab some colorful, squishy stress balls. I got mine online for very inexpensive, which is always a plus. Choose the color you like best and we're gonna make a pencil holder out of it. Pull this little handle so it stretches nicely. Grab your scissors and cut right below the handle like this. Now you're left with a little stress ball basket. Check out how stretchy it is. Whoa, so satisfying. It also has a nice opening on top which we need in order to transform it into a pencil holder. Grab any kind of glass or pot of your choice and put it inside the stress ball basket. I'm using a pink cactus pot, but the color won't be visible anyway, so just choose what you have at home. These beautiful pen holders will keep our desks tidy and organized, but they also act as an amazing decor. I love how happy and bright they look with all the neon colors and those big eyes. You can use them to store your pens, pencils, tape, clips, pins and other desk necessities. I just love pieces like this, super convenient and functional, but also gorgeous to look at.
Sorry, Professor, but this is actually my pen. See?
Oh, okay. That's right, a fidget spinner you can write with. Pretty spectacular, if I may say so myself. This idea is so cool and you can use it to pull a little trick on your teacher or prank your classmate. If fidget spinners are banned from your school, this may even give you a chance to sneak one in class anyway. Take a large piece of Play-Doh and place it on a flat surface. Roll it just a little bit to flatten out the top part, but make sure to keep it pretty thick, about 1 inch or 2 centimeters thick. Time to grab a fidget spinner. Press it down into the Play-Doh firmly, this way we'll get the perfect fidget spinner mold. Lift it up again and there we have it! I like to push those little bumps down as I want to make a solid spinner without any holes. Grab a cooking spray or a bit of any oil of your choice and spray it inside the mold. Lastly, we need to pop a bearing in the center of the mold and we're finally ready to cook up our fidget spinner pen. Take a few pieces of crayon. You can use any colors you like. I went for red and yellow as I want my spinner to look like fire or a sunset. Melt the crayons in a double boiler. Once the crayons are completely melted, pour the red into the yellow and don't stir the mixture. We don't want the two colors to mix together as that will give us a solid orange color. Instead, pour the mixture into the mold as it is to give that pretty marble effect. Leave it to cool down completely, and now you can take your brand new crayon fidget spinner from the mold. I also popped in that little plastic circle in the center just so that it's easier to hold. Check out how nicely it spins! Whoa, I'm super impressed! And the best part is that you can play with it, but also write or draw with it. A perfect anti-stress and anti-boredom toy for school. I also made a galaxy spinner by mixing blue and purple crayon colors. This works so well. I'm definitely making a pink and green ones as well because they're simply too much fun. Another back-to-school essential is a pencil case. And not just any pencil case, we need a super cute and sweet one. I'll show you how to make this adorable candy pencil case. Oh, did I mention that there's no sewing required? Yep, that's right. You'll need a bigger rectangle piece of fabric, a squared piece of felt, fabric glue, a zipper, and 2 small elastics. Unfold the fabric on a flat surface with the front facing down. Place a piece of felt in the center. Take your fabric glue or a glue gun and apply a stripe of glue along the top side of the felt. Fold the upper fabric edge down like this. Do the same on the bottom edge. Apply the glue and fold the fabric up. Take your zipper and place it on the felt. Apply some glue along the top side. Now fold the entire top part, fabric plus felt, down to glue it on the zipper. Repeat the same steps on the bottom side. It's already starting to look like a pencil case, so exciting! Close the 2 openings on both sides of the zipper using a bit of glue. You guys know that I like to give a face to my DIYs, it just makes any project that much cuter. I cut some kawaii eyes and mouth from felt and now we have to stick them on our pencil case. Finally, grab 2 small elastics. Pinch together the fabric on the left and secure it in place with the elastic, just as you do when you make a ponytail. Do the same on the right and our stunning candy pencil case is finished. What a cutie, right? The candy shape is already so adorable, while the kawaii face and those anime eyes makes it even cuter. The sweetest pencil case for sure. I love how easy it was to make, and you can use it for pens and pencils or even a makeup bag. So pretty and convenient. Are you tired of your boring pencils as well? No worries, girl, you can easily make the most amazing rainbow pencils from scratch. Look at that pencil sharpening residue. Whoa, it's absolutely gorgeous! These are actually super easy and fun to make, so let's jump right into our pencil production. We need a pencil lid and 4 colors of clay. Note that the size of different clay colors is increasing. Start with the second smallest clay piece, for me that's green. Roll it on a flat surface until it's a few millimeters thick. Grab the smallest piece of clay, mine is pink, place it on the green one and roll it in a little burrito like this. Cut off the excess clay using a knife and set it aside for later. Get your second largest clay piece ready, for me that's blue. When it's thin enough, grab that green burrito that we made earlier. Place it on top of the blue clay and roll it in. You guys are probably wondering, Sarah, are we making pencils or clay burritos? Finally, we have to roll the largest clay piece, which for me is yellow. This is also gonna be the color of our pencil on the outside. Take the blue burrito from before and roll it in the yellow clay. Cut off the extra clay on the sides and we have our final yellow burrito, which we're about to transform in amazing rainbow pencil. Start rolling it with your hands. You'll notice that it will get thinner and longer. This is just perfect for me, so I'm gonna cut it on the sides to get neat and pretty endings. The inside of our pencils looks so stunning. How exciting! Take a pencil lid and push it in the center of our pencil like this. Next, you gotta bake your pencil following the instructions on your clay packet or let it air dry. Finally, it's time to sharpen our amazing pencil, and look how flipping gorgeous it is. I made a few different color combinations because I'm a DIY obsessed person and they all turned out spectacular. Before, I never liked sharpening pencils because it's just messy and you get that residue all over. But now sharpening pencils is like my favorite thing to do. These are hands down the coolest pencils I've ever owned. I'm pretty sure all your classmates will want to know where you bought them. You can only get those in the best store ever, the DIY store. Boring notebooks are no fun, but they're super affordable. So what to do? Buy cheap notebooks and transform them into something epic, like these beautiful fruity ones. They're so cute and unique, right? And super soft too. You can make any kind of fruit that you like. I'm gonna show you how I created these watermelon and lemon ones. You'll need a notebook and colored felt. First, we gotta cut the cover and all the notebook pages into a half circle. I'm using an X-Acto knife and a frying pan as a guide. You gotta be creative with what you have. There we go, a perfect half circle notebook. Set this baby aside aside for later and grab some felt fabric. Cut out a yellow half circle which is of the same size as your notebook, 4 rounded triangular pieces, and white half circle which should be a bit smaller than the yellow one. Using a fabric or hot glue, stick the white half circle on top of the yellow one. Now go ahead and glue the 4 triangle pieces on as well to get a perfect lemon half. All that's left to do is to apply some hot glue on the front cover of your notebook and place on the pretty lemon. What an amazing transformation, don't you think? From a plain and boring notebook to a gorgeous fruity one in just a few minutes. I love this DIY so much that I had to make a watermelon version as well. For this one you need green, white and red felt. Cut them into half circles where green is the largest and red one the smallest. Glue your white piece on top of green and finish up with a red half circle. To make it look even more realistic, we have to add some black seeds. Cut small raindrop-shaped bits from black felt and glue them on. Last step is to stick our watermelon onto the notebook's front cover and we're done. This looks so yummy, watermelons are seriously the best. Both watermelons and lemons remind me of summer, all these happy and carefree days. I don't know, they just make me happy. Be creative and try out different fruit sorts like grapefruit, kiwi or passion fruit as well. I like to go for ones with bright and vibrant colors because colorful life is a better life. Alright guys, this DIY life hack is absolutely mind-blowing. I'll show you how to make a legit spray blow pen out of any marker, Sharpie or other pen that you have. Yup, in just a few seconds you can transform your usual markers into cool blow pens that apply color like an epic graffiti spray. Remove the cap at the end of your marker and take out the ink too. Remove the front cap. We have to put the tip into this opening. So pull the tip out of the pen and throw it in the larger opening at the back. All you gotta do is blow in this large opening on top. Check it out, how amazing, right? I've seen such blow markers in store and I thought they were super cool, so I really wanted to DIY them. It took a bit of experimenting, but I was so happy when I figured out how to make them. It works with any kind of felt tip markers, which is amazing. The spray markers are so much fun, and think about how beautiful and colorful your notes will be. To store them, just put on the front and back caps. This way the ink won't dry out and you'll be able to use your markers for a long time. A seriously mind-blowing DIY that will make your school days super fun. The struggle of falling asleep during boring lessons, luckily I got a solution for you. We're making a super fun sparkly sequin notebook that you can actually write or draw on. How cool, right? It's just like an erase board. So when you're bored in class, you can simply doodle on your notebook and that boring lesson will be over in no time. Because time flies when you're having fun, right? To make it, you'll need an inexpensive notebook, glue, and reversible sequin fabric. Unfold a large piece of that fabric on a flat surface. Open up a notebook and place it in the center. Now grab some scissors and snip away the corner of your sequin like this. Do the same on the remaining 3 corners, plus you need to take away 2 little triangle pieces on the center of the top and bottom edge. Apply a stripe of hot glue on the top edge of your notebook and fold the fabric down. Continue doing this on the other 2 remaining sides. I liked wrapping all my school books in a transparent self-adhesive paper this way. But why go for transparent when you can choose sparkly sequin, right? Turn all the notebook pages to the left side and let's glue the fabric onto the notebook here as well. I ordered my sequin material online for pretty inexpensive, plus I got a very large piece that I can use for different DIYs. Our notebook looks completely stunning and check out how much fun you can have with it. It is so satisfying to draw and write on this mermaid sequin fabric. I could literally do this for hours and wouldn't get bored. I also made a smaller notebook in blue and I'm completely obsessed with both of these. They're so sparkly and gorgeous, probably the most glamorous notebooks I've ever seen. This will definitely keep you awake no matter how boring your lesson may be. Sometimes an emergency happens and we need to look extra pretty. But we cannot carry the entire makeup collection to school, right? An amazing hack is to use the usual coloring pencils as lipsticks. I used them as eyeliners before, but I was quite skeptical to see whether they will work on the lips. And OMG, they're just perfect! Pour some hot water into a glass and pop in your coloring pencils with a tip facing down. Wait for about 10 seconds and pick the color of your choice. I went for the classic red. Guys, look at this color payoff! These coloring pencils are literally working better than many of the lip liners and lipsticks that I own. I was afraid the color will be quite clumpy and difficult to apply, but I was so wrong. The coloring pencils were simply amazing. Smooth to apply, no streaks or clumps whatsoever. I give this life hack a massive thumbs up. Make sure to use non-toxic coloring pencils and keep in mind that these are not made to be used on the lips every day. So only use them on special occasions, like Halloween for example, when you want to experiment with some freaky lip colors. When the color dries, it looks exactly like a liquid lipstick, matte, and it doesn't smudge at all. It's amazing! But you know what else is amazing? You are, and you don't need any makeup to prove it. Guess what we're making right now? Nail polish? No. We're DIYing awesome nail polish highlighters. That's right, these highlighters look exactly like nail polish. So cool. I love how different and creative is this idea, inspired by Fimo Kawaii emotions. Grab any marker or highlighter of your choice and take out the ink tube. Squeeze the ink out into a little container. Add a bit of pure alcohol and give it a quick stir. Using a dropper or a syringe, transfer your highlighter liquid from the pot to an empty nail polish bottle. To clean a nail polish bottle, simply pour in a bit of acetone, shake it up, and pour the acetone out. When your bottle is full, grab the polish cap with the brush and we can start using it. These highlighters are so adorable, unique and unconventional. As always, I had to make 2 more colors, orange and yellow. I mean, we must have a complete polish highlighter squad, am I right? These are also perfect to prank your schoolmates. Let them try and paint their nails, that would be so funny to watch. Our nail polish highlighters look so pretty on the desk, but they are super compact so you can throw them in your school bag or pencil case. Whether you're a nail polish addict or not, this is definitely a really fun idea to try.
Is this makeup? You have detention. Sorry, miss, but this is actually my notepad.
And now you're lying. You're gonna be so sorry for this young... You can play a little trick on your teachers or classmates with this awesome plush notepad. But even if you don't want to prank anyone, it is just so adorable and cool to have. Unique school supplies like these are impossible to find in stores, so let's quickly DIY it. Take an empty blush container and some sticky notes. With an object that is same size as your blush, trace a circle on a pile of post-it notes. Grab a bunch of these paper pieces and cut the circle out. You can use any color of paper notes. However, if you'd like it to look like a real blush, pinky or peachy orange sticky notes will work best. Collect all in one big pile and place them in your blush container. Voila, our blush notepad is ready to use. I love how neat and compact this notepad is. Post-it notes quickly become all scrunched when you have them thrown in your school bag. But inside the blush container, our sticky notes will remain neat and pretty. How convenient! Store-bought school supplies can be pretty expensive. If you go for the affordable ones, usually these are too plain and not cute at all. So try DIYing your own school supplies this year. You'll save up money and end up with the coolest school necessities ever, I promise. That's it for today. I hope you find these ideas helpful and give the video a big thumbs up if you did.
Question time.
I wanna know what color is your school bag this year. I just got this multicolored red one and I think it's super cute. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye! Try to make the most of your school days. You may think right now that school is just boring and unnecessary, but I promise you, in the future, you'll look back and think, whoa, those were the days. So make sure to enjoy, learn a lot, and don't worry too much. I wish you a happy school year.